Well, hello and good morning. It's another scorcher today. We're going back up on the roof today, guys. We're going to be fitting a fan. I've got the ladder out, but it's a hot one. Let's have a look and see how hot it is. There we go, it's 34 in here today. And it feels every bit of it. We were up to about 40 the other day, but hey, let's get this thing on the roof. Okay, so I got some timber. It says on here that it's designed for 1-inch roof thickness, or you can use the extendable piece for up to 6 inches. So what I'll be doing is I'll be using some 18mm. I'll probably go with that and see. I need to get it out of the box ready. I've got the jigsaw for cutting the roof. I need to change this blade for a metal blade. Got the circular saw so I can make a couple of squares. I'll take you in here now and show you where I'll be placing it. Oopsie daisy, climb up here. So it'll be here in the showroom, and don't know how good the lighting is in here at the minute, but essentially it'll be going here in the roof here. It'll pull down, vent out obviously, or vent in, and there's also a light on it. So well, here we are back up in the roof. This is the fan. That's an outer dome with a rain protector. Then this will go in here somewhere. So I need to be drilling a hole the size of the sleeve that fits around here, and then it'll fit in quite nicely. Right, so in here we've got the fan itself, we've got the outside dome. This is the sleeve I was telling you about that comes supplied with it, but that'll be very handy as a template on the timber. I want to put timber inside. Then the final bit is the LED light, so that will eventually sit on like that. The whole thing inverts, so all that'll be visible inside in the van. Get that into position properly. Must be right in that. All that'll be visible is pretty much the light. So yeah, let's get some timber cut out. Can leave all those bits in there quite nicely out of the sun for the moment and come and get them afterwards. As I was saying, this sleeve is quite handy. I'll be able to use it to work out how much timber I need inside. So it's saying at 6 1/4 inches. So I will also use that up on the roof to draw my circle before I put the hacksaw into the roof, the jigsaw into the roof. So if I cut this piece of board 6 1/4 plus give it an inch, 1.5 either side probably. I'll give it 1.5 inches, so 6 1/4 plus 3, 9 1/4. Okay, let's carry on doing this. That'll do nicely. Okay, that's that bit of board cut. That'll be the piece on the inside, so let's go and see whereabouts I'd like this located in here. Basically I don't have a problem. This bit here I've got the solar panel above, but obviously beside the MaxxAir fan on the outside I've got space there. So I'm going to get this pretty central with these beams here, and that's where my hole is going to go. So, and then we'll be able to sit it through, put some Sikaflex on. It's really hot today. I want to check the working temperatures of the Sikaflex. Okay, I did a little check on the internet. Sikaflex 522, which I've got here in white. I won't be using the 221. I've been using 221, the Windows stick sole. Again, I think that's a Sika. Yeah, it's a Sika product. I've been using that for other jobs. Might have down here, might actually have some black. What's this one? Yes, I got 522 in black. And as I say, it's good to 40 degrees. So there's a couple of little jobs before we go back up on the roof. Put on plenty of blue tape onto this so it won't be scratching the metal up there. And now I'm going to put a bag on the ceiling here where you can see the sun poking through. I'm going to put a bag there to allow for metal shavings to fall into that, rather it should collect any of the metal dust that comes down. So I'm not used to cut out the back doors the other day, but it's still not blunt, so I'll just pop that in and take the wooden one out. Okay, I popped my hole there. Then is put this on top. This piece of wood obviously will go underneath in the shower room. It will be sitting on that and that. Up here, when I put in the, whoops, better show you better there. Up here, when I put in the fan itself, I'm going to need to put butyl tape here and here. Get our hole in here and get this all cleaned up. This will do it nicely. We'll get this whole area cleaned up. I need to be careful not to do my fingers in on that. I will put some primer on when I've cut the hole and give it a light sanding as well to make sure that the 522 adheres to it. Yeah, we're getting there. It's not a perfect circle, that line, but from cutting out this piece of wood, I know that I'm nice and safe with that. Okay, that's that blade knackered up. I better go and get another blade, really. Okay, next thing to do now is bring the hoover up here and get all this swarf off and put some hammerite around this edge here and get my file to it, give it a sand before I put the hammerite on it. A bit of debris went on the floor, but not too much. I'll be able to clean that up, it won't be a problem. Bag worked a treat. Now to see if the wooden frame fits around the fan. Oh, I think that works a treat. I'll Sikaflex that onto the ceiling, but first I have to do those other couple of little jobs to ensure no rust gets around it. Okay, let me get up there and just give it a little check. Oops. See that it fits. Now I'm going to use a bit of Hammerite Direct to Rust and my trusty Home Bargains disposable paint brushes. I think it's about £2 for 12. Bottle of this, and then you end up throwing the brush away. Just to give it enough of a coating that we're not leaving any bare metal. The rust to get to. Literally as much as you use. There's hardly any. I had to buy the big holes in. In some of the earlier videos I sprayed like a blue Hammerite onto it, but I couldn't do that when I was doing the windows, so yeah, we'll let that dry off. I'll put the piece of timber up to it and clamp it into position and have a cup of coffee. That's what I'm planning to do now. Okay, been up there, put some Direct to Rust around that. Now going to marry this up over the hole, put a couple of markings on here and here, show me where I need to put my stick sole, and stick that up into position. Clamped into position, time for a quick cuppa, or maybe a can of Coke. Have I got a can of Coke in here? Ah. Cool, and it's cold. Nice. 33.3. What we're going to do, we're going to get these clamps off now. Take these off. Then pop outside. Right, we're back up here. Let's sit this into the hole. And now what I'm going to do with the white pen, I'm going to mark around where it will potentially end up. Have a fair idea where I'll be putting my Sikaflex. Okay, so what I've done here, this is pretty much where I want to have my Sikaflex, and I want plenty of it here and here and here and here in these gaps. Okay, we got Sika 522. I'm going to put a bit of it around here. As you'll see, there's some of the holes I pre-drilled with the markings outside. So when I put the fan back in, I know those few holes are already there, which will give me something down into that timber to hold it in tight. Okay, so that's it on around here. Now to put it on around the fan. Securely screwed down, the screws covered in Sikaflex. Next thing is for the cover to go on, and then you don't see any of that mess in there anyway, so I'm not going to screw this one down. That's the work upstairs done, outside. Back into the shade now. What we need to do is we need to get this fitted, and we're going to be using our Wago style clips. So if I take you in to the shower room, bear me a second, I'm going to take you into the shower room and we'll have a look. So nice and secure up in the roof and in here. Now all we've got to do is get these wires sorted out with this, along with the light that will sit over the top. That'll clean, got a bit of silicone on that. Okay, I think that's looking quite okay. Ready for our shower fan. There's our two cables coming down. As you'll see, don't know if that's zooming properly, but the positive cables on MaxxFans are black and the negatives are white, so it does throw you a bit, but it was the same when I installed this big one over here. So yeah, we'll wire the two of these in using some of these little three-way Wago style clips, and then I'll open up that box over that side, find the other end of the shower fan. It's somewhere in there, so I'll get a wire connected up onto one of those switches and we'll see how we're getting on. Alright, so that's those all clipped up. All my negatives on one, all my positives on the other. Just have the wire here because obviously I need to put a polycarbonate or some sort of sealing in here, and then we'll be fixing that properly. Here's the other end of the shower fan. So I need to get one of them into one of these red ones, find a switch that I've wanted for, and then route it back along this black negative, which that's now wired into the second switch here. So if we go over to here, so we got the light there and we got the fan there, and then you just pull it down to close it. MaxxFan Dome fan with LED light. Thanks for watching, guys. It's been a pleasure. We're all done. We got that wired in. We got it sealed up above. All seems to be good. Quite happy with that. It's been a quick video this week. As you'll have noticed while I was working my way through this, I have done a few other little bits like the roof here and a couple of windows in the back, but they are in 2 more videos that I'm still editing, so they'll be out over the next couple of weeks. I also have another window coming for the side of the van, which I might include as being the 3 windows. So if you've enjoyed this, please do give it a like, drop a comment. We love all that sort of thing. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, if you can subscribe now. If you're watching TV, just move your up arrow, move across, hit subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. Thanks guys, and until the next one, bye for now.